It's hard to believe it's already been 30 days. Today's day 30 of praying our 40-day prayer together. And we've heard a lot of good stories. I mean, for a lot of people, there's been life change that's happened. God has spoken to your heart. He's helped you change some things. You may feel less judgmental, or maybe some opportunities you've had to forgive people. You may have reached out to a neighbor. You may have changed the way you view how you handle your time. A lot of people have changed how they're handling their finances, just to take some steps to experience some new things. In your prayers, helping other people who may not be participating in the prayer as well. And we've just seen God do some pretty cool stuff. And I know in my own life, there's a certain part of me that feels like God just took my life that was all in a cup, and He kind of threw all of it up in the air. And I'm kind of processing the pieces as they fall back down to the ground. And it's sometimes it feels like they're still all up in the air, and kind of, hey, what's going to happen when these things land? And I know that it may, for 40 days, can get a little long, and you may even feel like, wow, I don't know what God's telling me, and there's a struggle, and maybe God He's just kind of spun you around, and you don't feel like you've even gotten your equilibrium yet. I just want to tell you, hey, don't stop short. One of the days that really had an impact on me, one of the days prayers and reflection and response was just a couple of days ago on day 28. And the story was related in there about Joshua. Joshua was given the command to go in to take the promised land. I mean, he was going to get to see all the promises and the blessings of God. And God had given him some marching orders about how he was going to lead his people into battle. He told him to be strong and courageous. And so as they come to one big city named Jericho, Joshua gets some really unusual instructions from God. He tells them to just march around the city, and he doesn't march and not to do anything. And he doesn't march for just 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. He has to march around the city for 6 days. And on the 7th day is when God gave him the victory. And I just wonder what would have happened if God, after maybe 2 days, Joshua was like, listen, God, this is not in any military strategy I've ever heard of. No one fights battles this way. Hey, I'm going to do it my own way. Or you're just not going to give us the city, so we're not going to take it. I mean, what if Joshua would have stopped short? He'd had plenty of opportunity. I can't imagine any of his closest advisors would tell him, hey, Joshua, this is a great idea. We really love marching around the city and letting the people of the city watch us. I can't imagine he got any encouragement, but Joshua stayed the course. He didn't stop short. And so right now we're in the fourth quarter. I mean, we got 10 days to go as we finish off praying together for 40 days. And if you watch any football games at all, you notice in the fourth quarter, the team begins to, when the fourth quarter starts, they all hold up for, hey, we're in the fourth quarter. This is where it counts. This is where the game's won. This is where those who really aren't serious stop. This is where those who aren't prepared, they kind of give up, or they give less than their best effort. So if I could just encourage you, no matter if you've already seen some answer to prayer, or maybe you're even wondering now, some doubt about, hey, is this really gonna change things for me or for anybody? Listen, don't stop short. 10 days to go, and we've seen some great things happen, and I believe God's going to keep on doing some cool things. So just a word of encouragement for you over the weekend, especially as you continue to pray, and looking forward to Sunday as we see people who maybe don't really see things spiritually now. Maybe their eyes are going to be open, and we've got some pretty cool things planned. So look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Have a great weekend.